The naval blockade is nothing new. We have been under a naval blockade for several months now, yet we have continued to sell our oil.
Brothers y brothercitas, esto que está pasando en Irán está de miedo. Y de miedo no tanto para Estados Unidos, sino para los países que rodean a Irán y que los misiles que tiene Irán pueden alcanzar. ¿Por qué? Porque Irán acaba de lanzar una advertencia a todo el mundo, y especialmente a los países que lo rodean, y esto se refiere al Medio Oriente y a Europa, que si apoyan a Estados Unidos con la guerra económica que Estados Unidos está tratando de hacer contra Irán, Irán va a atacarlos y los va a destruir, brothers. Y no los va a atacar con palabras ni con economía, los va a atacar con sus misiles. ¿Qué es lo más cañón? Aquí estábamos oyendo hablar al que está encargado ahorita de las Fuerzas Armadas de Irán, que tiene cara de que se está echando un pedo o de que está compungido y está pujando en el baño para poder, ya saben. Y bueno, pues con esa cara de compungido y de que tiene cólicos, está amenazando al mundo. El video está traducido al inglés, yo lo traduzco al español con letras, con captions, pero también vamos a oír cómo responde Trump, porque Trump acaba de responder también.
The naval blockade is nothing new. We have been under a naval blockade for several months now, yet we have continued to sell our oil. In just the past 1 or 2 months, we have sold 70 million barrels of oil.
Fíjese cómo está cañón esto, porque él dice que están vendiendo en los pasados meses 70 millones de barriles de petróleo, cuando Trump dice que no han vendido nada y que nosotros somos los que tenemos el control del estrecho de Hormuz. Dice Trump que tiene bloqueado el estrecho de Hormuz, que nadie entra ni sale más que los que van a hacer negocio y no son parte de Irán. Y este güey dice que esto del bloqueo no es nuevo, que lo han hecho antes y que con ellos no funciona y que siguen vendiendo petróleo.
The first week after the agreement was a good week because we shipped out the 70 million barrels of oil we had on hand. Every day, we are selling oil equal to our daily production despite the presence of U.S. naval vessels. That is what Mr. Trump's naval blockade has amounted to. If Trump decides to take further action, our response, our retaliation, will be seismic. First, we will tell all neighboring countries and countries around the world not to join the United States in its economic war. Any country that takes part in imposing economic restrictions on us will be regarded as an enemy. Of course, we will first negotiate with them. We will hold talks and tell them to step aside and distance themselves from the United States. But if they do not act, we will strike. We will target that country's interests.
Y aquí está lo que responde Trump, brothers. O sea, estos tipos no se andan con jaladas, güey. Están cañones. Y aquí dice, nadie le ha dado una mejor oportunidad a la República de Irán de hacer un deal, de que lleguemos a un acuerdo. Trágicamente para ellos, han totalmente fracasado en hacerlo. Por eso hoy estoy anunciando que debemos de una operación que va a deshacer la economía de Irán, va a empezar y va a llevarse a cabo. Esto es una guerra económica contra la isolation, o sea, van a como aislar a Irán para que de una escala que nunca jamás se había visto, para que económicamente truenen como chilampinas, brothers. Su naval ya está destruida, sus fuerzas armadas están destruidas, su militar, todo está hecho rubble, como cascajos. Su moneda vale puro cacahuate, y este país está siendo colgado por un hilo. Hoy estoy anunciando que cualquier país que permita que sus instituciones, negocios, aeropuertos o entidades del gobierno le ayuden a Irán a sobrevivir, van a sufrir serias consecuencias. Dice oil smuggling, o sea, si empiezan a traficar petróleo a escondidas, a cambiar líneas de petróleo por abajo, por donde quieran, con todos los chanchullos que saben hacer, que cambien cosas, o sea, están nombrando las diferentes chanchullos que hacen. Tiene que parar ahora, no se le puede permitir a Irán que haga ese tipo de cosas. Hoy es el día en que Irán va a sufrir económicamente todo esto, brothers. Y aquí está Trump también hablando, o sea, no se anda con jaladas. Dice Trump que él lo está haciendo, que así va a ser. Por otro lado, Irán dice que no. O sea, yo a los iraníes, brothers, por lo que hemos visto que hacen, de que desviven a su gente, han matado más de 50,000 en protestas, así en las calles los atropellan, han desvivido gente que se quiere rebelar en contra del régimen. Uno de ellos fue un campeón mundial de luchas, jovencito de 20 años, de 21 años, que ganó las Olimpiadas, o lo colgaron públicamente. O sea, son de lo peor. Esas son las señales que obviamente, brothers, no me hacen confiar en los iraníes. No les puedo creer nada de lo que dicen. Le creo a este señor que está hablando en la pantalla.
Well, it's only up to Secret Service. I just follow what they'd like to do. So I go by Secret Service and the military. They wanted me to go on a different flight, a different plane, equal safety, but they wanted me to do it, so I do it. I do what they say.
What's the nature of the threat?
I guess there was a threat out there. I didn't really ask too much about it. I get a lot of threats. I heard. Good.
What are you going to do to help her get over the finish line?
Well, she just called me to thank me for the endorsement, and it's great that she's doing so well, and she's a very good woman, and she's got good genetics because she's related to Lindsay, who's a real professional. So we'll see. I'm going to call her right now. She just called me 2 minutes ago. She won by how many points?
Not yet, but she's clearly a victor at the
She's definitely in a runoff, and that's good. That's what you want. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, just so you understand, I like the other people in the race also. They're all Trump. I mean, they're all Trumpers, but, I endorsed her. I think she's great. It's really in honor of her brother, and she's really a very smart woman. You know, Lindsay loved his sister. More than anything else, he would tell me about his sister, that she's just outstanding. He actually said she's better than him. That was hard for Lindsay to say. So she's out there. She's doing a great job.
Mr. President, you've mentioned 2028 several times in the last few weeks. At the dinner, you put on a Trump 2028 hat. Are you serious about seeking a third term?
Everybody asks me that question, and you know that the law is very strong on that. I'd love to run, but the law is very strong. I get asked by well, even tonight, they're screaming at the event, 2028. No, everybody wants me to do it, but the law is very strong. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, this one went over to England, where it was shown to the soldiers. No, I know, but this one went over to England because the soldiers wanted to see it, and it stopped, and they showed it to the soldiers, and we did a switch over there. And it was really as per the military, and I just have to do what they say. They go for safety, and I have to do what they say. Well, I don't know. I think actually the plane that I flew on was at greater risk. I think it was at greater risk because that would be the plane I think that they would be more likely to go for.
President, were you surprised, Mr. President, that the Secret Service was telling you to take that first plane?
No, not surprised. I have a lot of threats. I have a lot of threats that you don't know about. Any consequential president has a lot of threats. Non-consequential presidents don't get threatened. And I think that I'm maybe the most consequential president. There's nobody who's done more than me in a period of almost 6 years. There's nobody. I don't worry about anything, to be honest. Whatever it is, you know my attitude? Whatever. I don't trust Iran. Why? Are you saying I trust Iran? I'm the last person to trust Iran. They've lied to me constantly. We have total control over the Hormuz Strait right now. They don't have control. We have total control. We own it. And at some point, maybe they'll do something and then they get blown away. But right now, we're in a very good position. We have a country that has been the bully of the Middle East for 50 years. It's really 51 if you think about it, right? We've been saying 47 for 4 years. And they're no longer the